Funny Friday story time. So this story is not that hilarious or necessarily funny story, but it is kind of, I guess, shining a little bit of light on the exciting life that I've had so far. I think I've always told you guys it's really colorful over here. I've always had a colorful, exciting life. I'm a super extrovert. I've always been, I told you guys I loved to read when I was little, so it kind of gave me that sense of imagination. I would escape into my books and just made me curious about life in the world. And when I was 11 years old, I started playing the clarinet, joined the band, and I don't even remember what made me join the band because I wasn't super interested in musical instruments. Didn't even know anything. I think my grandfather had a trumpet that we used to try to play, and somehow I used to figure out how to get the notes out because with trumpets you have to do your mouth a certain type of way. So the same thing with clarinets. When I learned about the clarinet, I ended up doing really well, and of course Mr. Robbie blew my head up and made me think I was so good, and I know that was just a teacher doing his job. But he's like, you're really good. And he taught me how to, put the reed up against my lip. It was so much fun learning that instrument, right? And I've always played instruments by ear. Like I could play the piano by ear, but not like, fluid, just like John Legend type thing or Alicia Keys. It's more of real, basic stuff. Mary had a little lamb, twinkle, twinkle, little star. But anyway, when I was in 9th grade though, I joined the marching band. It was so much fun to learn how to march in the band and how to, you have to be really coordinated because you're playing music by memory. You're learning all the steps and the movements. You're spelling out things, we making pictures and stuff. It was just amazing. I think when I was in band, it was like close to 200 people in the band. It was a big band. When I go home now, it's kind of sad. Like I think it's kind of died down. But anyway, the long story short is that in 9th grade, we got invited to play in the halftime show at the Sugar Bowl. So it was in New Orleans in this big old dome. I forget the name of it. I think it might have been the Sugar Dome that year. So Alabama was playing Miami. So it was Roll Tide versus, I guess, Miami. I guess they're the Hurricanes, right? College. Yeah, because the Dolphins are. Yeah, I don't follow football like that anymore. But anyway, so it was so much fun, you guys. So we got there. I can't even remember all the details as I was thinking about this story. I was like, how did we even, pack and, because we were there for, a whole week. And I remember we took these charter buses. Of course, we had our band uniforms. And I was thinking about that, too. I was like, I don't remember packing for that trip because I don't remember ever going on a trip that long without my parents. Prior to that, I had always gone during the summer, to New York with my parents. It was a family trip. So this was my first time going out of the state, without my parents. So it was so much fun and freedom. And we were on the charter buses. It was amazing when we got there, being in New Orleans for the first time like that, being on Bourbon Street. We did a lot of touring and just a lot of fun. But also during the practices and rehearsals, we were in this big old dome on this big old field and on that turf, the green. It was just amazing, all the bright lights, and that was just rehearsal, so we're watching all these different dance routines because they had all kind of schools there. It was a national thing. But met so many other high school students, just had a blast. Then Sugar Bowls played, I think, on the 1st, January 1st or 2nd. No, it had to be the 2nd. But I remember New Year's Eve, you guys, we went to this party on Bourbon Street. It was a New Year's Eve party. We had to wear gowns. I had on this really cute pink gown that my mom had got me from the Goodwill. It was so funny. And it's crazy, too. I was thinking about, I know my parents had to pay something for me to go on that trip, so I just thank them from the bottom of my heart that I was able to go. And it wasn't too expensive because I know my family would have definitely let me know, no. But yeah, it had to be affordable. I think the school paid for a lot of it. We were in a hotel in the Marriott. I remember being on the elevator at one point. The Hurricanes were in a hotel across from us. But somehow, 3 of the players came and got on the elevator one evening with me and my friends, and it was just amazing, guys. I'm on this elevator with these big old tall football players, and of course, me and my friends were laughing and giggling, and one of them, before they got off the elevator, because we were so oh my God, can we get your autograph? And we took pictures, and then one of them kissed me on my cheek. I was only 14 years old, y'all. I was going crazy. It was the time of my life. But I always tell people, coming from a small city like Lake Wells, it was just so much fun when I got to experience things like that. It just expanded my horizons. It opened my eyes to other things. And I always tell people that expose your kids to as much as you can out there. It's so much fun when you get to see things for that first time, especially at a young age. So it kind of just set me up, I think. Anyway, that's the Funny Friday story. It's not that funny, like I said, just exciting though. Many, many colorful stories to come. So stay tuned, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.